feel protected and comforted, when you feel nurtured through Guru Shabad, in that moment of connectedness, you gain a gift of being able to see life from a very unique perspective. Koi bhi situation hundi hai zindagi vich, we essentially have different ways of dealing with and looking at that situation. And after rendering this Shabad, we'll spend a few moments discussing this concept from the perspective of Shabad Guru. And let us be engaged with this thought as the Shabad unfolds and Guru Maharaj blesses the Sangat that's here. You often hear everyone saying that, life is so hectic, life is so busy, I'm so stressed out. And yet, I'm attending Sangats, I'm going to Kirtan, I'm working on my spirituality, but I feel very stressed. Badiyan parshaniyan hagiyan, I don't know what to do. And I think that's a moment where we have to pause. And are you listening to yourself? And we have to pause, we have to observe. How is this really making me feel? I mean, this is not the life that I was envisioning for myself or my spouse or my family or my friends. That is a moment that we need to question. If truly I'm going to Sangats, I'm doing my Banis, I'm engaging in spirituality, why is it then still there is stress that's around me? And that's a moment to pause and reflect. Is there something that me as an individual I could do to perhaps create a shift in how I view the world and how I look at situations? So let's render the Shabad in Usnabad. For a few moments, we'll have a discussion. ताती वाओ न लगई पार भ्रम सरना ताती वाओ न लगई पार भ्रम सरना रसना पवित्र करो ताती वाओ न ब्रह्म सरना ताती वाओ न लगे पार ब्रह्म सरना जो गिरद हमारे राम का दुख लगे ना ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪੂਰਾ ਭੇਟਿਆ ਜਿਨ ਬਨਤ ਬਨਾਏ, ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪੂਰਾ ਭੇਟਿਆ ਜਿਨ ਬਨਤ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪੂਰਾ ਭੇਟਿਆ ਜਿਨ ਬਨਤ ਬਨਾਈ, ਰਾਮ ਨਾਮ ਔਖਦ ਦਿਆ ਏਕਾ ਲਿਵ ਲਾਏ, ਤਾਤੀ ਵਾਹੁ ਨ ਲਗਏ ਪਾਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਸਰਨਾਏ, ਤਾਤੀ ਵਾਹੁ ਨ ਲਗਏ ਪਾਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਸਰਨਾਏ। ਰੱਖ ਲਿਏ ਤਿਨ ਰਖਣਹਾਰ, ਸਭ ਵਿਆਧ ਮਿਟਾਏ, ਰੱਖ ਲਿਏ, ਰੱਖ ਲਿਏ, ਰੱਖ ਲਿਏ, ਰੱਖ ਲਿਏ ਤਿਨ ਰਖਨਹਾਰ, ਸਭ ਵਿਆਧ ਮਿਟਾਏ, ਰੱਖ ਸਭ ਵਿਆਧ ਮਿਟਾਏ, ਰੱਖ ਲਿਏ ਤਿਨ ਰਖਨਹਾਰ, ਸਭ ਵਿਆਧ ਮਿਟਾਏ, ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਪਈ, ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਪਈ, ਪ੍ਰਭ ਪੈ ਸਹਾਈ, ਪ੍ਰਭ ਪੈ ਸਹਾਈ, ਤਾਤੀ ਵਾਹੁ ਨ ਲਗਏ ਪਾਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਸਰਨਾਏ, ਤਾਤੀ सरनाए गुर बिन सहज न उपजै गुर बिन सहज न उपजै गुर बिन सहज न उपजै पाई पूछो ज्ञानिया जाए सतगुर की सेवा सदा कर पाई विचों आप गवाए गुरमुख अंतर साज है मन चढ़िया दसवें आकाश तिथे ऊंग न भुख है हर अमृत नाम सुख वास नानक दुख सुख व्यापत नहीं जिथे आत्म राम प्रगास करमी सहज न उपजै विण सहजे सहसा न जाए न जाए सहसा किते संजम रहे कर्म कमाए सहसे जियो मनीन है कित संजम धोता जाए मन तो वो शब्द लागो मन तो वो शब्द लागो हर्ष्यों रहो चित लाए When we engage with Guru Shabad, or in any way that we allow ourselves to become still, observe, connect, that is the only moment that you're able to actually begin the process of questioning, observing, feeling, experiencing. So you're attending Sangats, someone like me doing Kirtan, you're doing your Banis, yet you feel around you there's chaos, there's stress. Things don't seem to be going the way you had envisioned. And it's a moment to perhaps question, am I really looking at the world perhaps the way I should be looking into the world for my journey? There's a word, paradigm. Paradigm is basically a set of rules, a model, a theory. And each of us has our own unique paradigms, our own set, a map that we follow in order to be able to deal with situations and circumstances. A certain situation may be something that I find very stressful, but for someone else, they might go through that situation with ease, with a sense of confidence, optimism. For them, it would really be nothing. It would just be part of that journey of life. And why is there that distinction? Because Guru Sahib says each and every one of us who is sitting in the presence of Guru has an opportunity to live the life that was meant to be lived. We exist, so we have the opportunity to live life to its fullest. We all have that opportunity. If you had a map in front of you, and let's say you wanted to drive from Montreal to, let's say, Toronto, and let's suppose you don't have a GPS, and you have a physical map in front of you. Back in the day, we would look at the map, and that would help guide us from point A to point B. And there was a trust in the map, right? I know that's silly to say that. You buy a map, obviously you're going to trust the map. But suppose for some reason that map was mislabeled. So you want to go to Toronto, and on that map it says how to get to Toronto, but really it was mislabeled. But there's a trust in that map, right? Now, I'm sure you'll agree with me, it doesn't really matter what shortcuts you take, how positive you are about your journey going to Toronto, because it's mislabeled, you're just going to get to the wrong place faster. Although it's a map, it has the aspects of territory, it has guidelines. Because it's mislabeled, you won't get to where you would like to go. Similarly, we have certain ways of thinking, we have certain ways of looking at different situations. All of us do. We have unique ways of looking and thinking. And Guru Sahib says the distinction that Guru Amar Das Ji makes in Anand Sahib, we all recite the Chhe Pauriyan at the end of Jadon Samapti Hundi hai. But if you have a moment, read the entire Anand Sahib, and there's a stanza where Guru Amar Das Ji reflects on Sahsa and Sahaj. And he makes a very important distinction. I personally find this very brilliant, because essentially the Guru is expressing to us, hey, we really have two different perspectives here. One is going to allow you to really look at things from a very unique perspective, from a consciousness that is way beyond what you could comprehend, from a consciousness that is purity, that is Shabad Guru, that consciousness. And Sahaj, essentially, what is Sahaj? It is the ability to remain in balance, in equilibrium, regardless of what is happening around us. And that doesn't mean that as individuals we don't experience emotions. We do. We experience sadness, we experience anger. But Sahaj is about coming back into equilibrium and knowing and feeling what really is the essence of life. Being able to live in the moment. Sahsa is very reactive to life. Sahsa is the ego. It's impulsive. And we discussed this yesterday. The ego always feels a state of poverty. Jada Sahaj hai, it feels abundance all the time. Sahsa is reactive because that ego needs to satisfy itself. And any time Sahsa, with that approach to situations, you're going to get hurt. You're going to feel offended. You're going to be angry. You're going to be jealous. You're going to have hatred. That's the ego. The ego is what? Home is an illusion. Illusion. Home is an idea that we have created. And it's so amazing that this idea that asi apne aap nu create kiti, it's so powerful. So when we see stress around us, when it seems like we have all the right pieces of the puzzle, it's a time to reflect. And satsang ji मैं कहना चाहूँगा भी असी सारे ने पहले अपने आप nu path te liana. And I've said this a few times, the path is not something we are chasing after. The path is the moment. Jadon Guru Maharaj bakshish kare, we start treading towards the virtue of Sahaj. Sahaj allows us to live in the present. Ego te past the future vich phasya hoya. But it's an illusion, which is the other. Isn't it amazing? So can each and every one of us, can I as an individual continue to evolve and improve so that the environment around me reflects what I am working on? Absolutely. But what is fueling that perspective is where we need to take a moment and question ourselves. You know, the ego likes to question everyone else. Sahaj doesn't judge anyone. Sahaj vich kisi nu tusi judge nahi karoge. Sahaj does not need to compete. Sahaj always feels abundant. If I work on myself, then and only can I be a role model and inspire my children. If I expect them to do what I do or what I want to do, it's not going to happen. So satsang jiyo, Guru Maharaj meher kare, jehda eh sama hunda hai Guru Granth Sahib di huzuri vich baith ke, there is nothing more precious than that. It's, you feel nurtured. I mean, not to sound cliche, it's like butter. It's so sweet. The nectar, the ability to be able to decompress, de-stress, feel nurtured. Imagine bringing that into your lives day to day. Thathi Vaho na lagae, par brahm sarna. Thathi Vaho na lagae, par brahm sarna. Par brahm sarna. ਦਾਸ ਇੱਥੇ ਖਿਮਾ ਦੇ ਜਾਚਕ ਨੇ। ਅਖੀਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੇ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕਾਂ ਦਾ, ਆਪ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਅਤੀ ਧੰਨਵਾਦੀ ਹਾਂ। ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਸੰਗਤ ਉਸ ਦੀ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੈ। And let us never forget, we can't put a value, you can't express the impact that Sangat has, and always be forever grateful, and especially to all the younger kids who are here and the children. You know, this is really the foundation of life, your existence. And if we want to strive to live a life of Sahaj, then Guru Maharaj is what is going to bless that. So ਇੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਖਿਮਾ ਦੇ ਜਾਚਕ ਹਾਂ, ਭੁੱਲ ਚੁੱਕ ਦੀ ਮਾਫ। ਦਾਸ ਨੇ ਹੁਣ ਲਸਾਲ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਪਹੁੰਚਣਾ ਹੈ, ਇੱਥੇ ਫਤਿਹ ਬੁਲਾਣੀ।